Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble. For the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains. A great people and a strong. There hath not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. Joel 2:1-2. Blow the trumpet in Zion. This is the summons of your own consciousness to awaken from the three-dimensional sleep. The alarm in my holy mountain is the call of your inner man, the imagination, bidding you focus beyond the senses. Let the earth tremble, for the day of the Lord is nothing else than the dawning of your fourth-dimensional awareness, nigh at hand whenever you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled. The day of darkness and of gloominess speaks of the carnal mind confined to the present, blind to past and future as one eternal now. It is that state of thick clouds where imagination lies dormant and unillumined horizon. Yet within those very clouds is the field of infinite possibility. For the darkness is changeability itself, the fourth dimension ready to be pierced by your sustained attention. You, the spiritual man, see time as a present whole. You know that every moment is a cross-section of a larger reality. When you sound the alarm upon the holy mountain, when you concentrate, feeling your desire realized, you awaken in that dimensionally larger world. Clouds dissolve as you imagine the action of fulfillment. Feel your hand uplifted, hear the trumpets blast within your mind. In that drowsy, controlled state, you call things that are not as though they were. The sense of gloom vanishes, replaced by the morning light of your assumption. A great people and a strong is the congregation of your own thoughts, aligned in faith, never before gathered so powerfully. There has been no judgment like this, and there shall be none, because your unity of attention reshapes the future now. The years of generations yield to your single act of focused imagination. Today, blow the trumpet in Zion, assume your desired state, feel its reality, and watch as the darkness of doubt retreats before the glorious rising of your own creative awareness. Joel's trumpet in Zion and alarm in my holy mountain portray an inner awakening, the shift from passive, sense-based consciousness into alert, spiritual focus. The trembling inhabitants symbolize our resistance when the subconscious stirs awake. A day of darkness and gloominess is not literal calamity, but the blackout of old self-images, the blank slate before new ideas take shape. Thick clouds mirror the birthplace of fresh assumptions, while the great people and strong point to an empowered self once imagination is rightly engaged. Here the trumpet blast is the vivid, concentrated assumption that pierces the three-dimensional veil. By sounding an alarm, one interrupts the predetermined life stream, injecting a new signal into the four-dimensional blueprint. That inner alarm rearranges future sensory impressions, calling into being a different chain of events. The gloom isn't failure, but fertile nothingness, where, by sustained imagining of the desired end, the unseen outcome is already present in the dimensionally larger realm, ready to unfold. This passage reveals that you, too, carry the divine trumpet, your power of assumption. You can call things which are not as though they were. The same creative fire that fills the holy mountain lives within your consciousness. Your concept of self is the single lever that moves destiny. By deliberately sounding this inner call, you marshal the unseen forces to align circumstances with your chosen ideal. Begin by listening for the inner trumpet that calls you to the feeling you most wish to embody, whether it is peace, abundance, or love. Once that inner resonance is clear, drift into a relaxed, almost drowsy state, and imagine a simple scene in which your desire already stands fulfilled, allowing every sensation to register as vividly present. As you return to this practice again and again, any lingering doubt begins to dissolve within the thick darkness of old thought patterns. Then carry that assumed state into each moment of your day, choosing thoughts, words, and actions as though the long-awaited day of the Lord has already broken. In recognizing this day of the Lord as the conscious birth of your new self-image, You transform darkness into morning light, and, as Neville so eloquently teaches, become the master of your fate.